How's it going, everyone? DC Fan 99 here. Sorry if I'm gonna be coming off as I'm not gonna be angry. I'm not gonna be really usual mood today. Um, and it has nothing to do with like the Cowboys today or whatever. My grandmother passed away today. She went in her sleep. We went over to the condo. We went over as soon as we heard, and my mom was out of town also. So she got on an emergency flight. We waited for her to show up, and her dog was crying too because I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, her dog was crying too because she was just sitting there stiff, book in her lap and everything. Gonna go off. I'm gonna go on about her a little bit. Um, every birthday that I've had since I was 18 years old, I couldn't really think of, what I wanted to do or how I wanted to spend it. And I always wanted to, I always wanted to, you know, like have lunch with her instead. And she was really happy about that. She was really surprised. Um, we would go to this soda fountain over in Highland Park in downtown Dallas. And we would get like a chocolate milkshake and we would get like grilled cheese sandwiches and stuff like that. Um, and we would just randomly, I would take her out to get some ice cream and, just have a little date or whatever, just hang out and, go back and just talk a little bit, catch up. Um, she was 89 years old. She lived a very full and happy life. She was married to my grandfather who passed away 12 years ago. Um, she was married to him for 57 years. And she was the most elegant and classy person that, I had in my life. And I'm gonna be I'm gonna be graduating in December, and it was really sudden because she was in good health. She was 89 years old, but she was still sharp as a nail. You know, um, I really loved her, and I wanted her to see me. I wanted her to see me graduate too. And I know she will, but it's okay. Um, Everybody has their moment. When it's your time, it's your time. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know? it was really funny. Um, After I did what I did at the Dallas Cowboys draft party, she saw me on NFL Network and she knew it was me. And she called my mom the morning after because it was late. She didn't call me that night. She called my mom the morning after, and I said, you know, to my mom, tell her I said good morning, and she said back, "Good morning, hero." And but so that happened today. But if there's one thing that I can say about today, it's I'm happy she went before the goddamn game today. I I think she stayed up the whole time for the Cowboy game last week versus Pittsburgh, even though that game started late. She likes to stay up late. She's like me. She was nocturnal. I'm glad that this wasn't the last time she had to see these sorry sons of bitches out on the field today. So anyway, I had that going on this morning. Obviously, there's the blowout. I think it's still going on right now, probably, or it's probably over by now. And then on top of that, it's on top, above everything else, the cherry on top of the cake. Happy birthday, Jerry Jones. Oh man. Yeah, my grandma, she did win today. uh I appreciate y'all's messages. Um but yeah. Um that's just what I had to deal with. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I wanted to put that out there cuz it's my channel, first of all. I like I like looking back on this channel to document my life and where I am with my fanhood and where I am just like in general. Um, I really appreciate it, Jacob. Thank you. Uh, Cowboy Face, I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, I'm, I'm just glad that she, that she, she got to avoid it. She got to miss it. Um, when it comes to the Cowboys, though, uh, I mean, we all had that performance in the back of our head going into this. Uh,
Oh,
Dak Prescott, the runner-up MVP. Um, again, I'm glad. I was glad that Dak Prescott did not win the MVP award last year, so that Cowboys fans couldn't say that he's you know the best option we could possibly have at quarterback. He was MVP. I'm glad he lost so that they didn't have that excuse or that they didn't have that talking point, only for them to brag about him being the runner-up MVP anyway. It's like, hey, congratulations, you were almost the best regular season quarterback, right? But they brag about that anyway, which is funny, right? And then, Mr. Runner-up MVP himself, Mr. fucking, Mr. What's his, what do you say? Oh yeah, Mr. Hop off the wagon himself. Mr. Hop off the wagon himself. Um, he threw two interceptions today. He threw a third one, like very early in the game, but that was called back because of a holding penalty. The refs were very nice to us, by the way. Like the refs, they were beyond fucking nice during this game. I was half paying attention to the game, half just doing my own thing, distancing myself and just taking care of things and whatnot. Um, but yeah, the I mean, it's funny too. Like earlier today, I was getting into it with a guy who was saying you shouldn't. Why are you so upset? You shouldn't let sports. You shouldn't let a sports team like affect you this much to where you're like really angry about it. You shouldn't. It's just sports after all. And it's like, dude, if you want to be a casual fan, by all means be a casual fan. Nobody has ever told you that you have to care about the politics that surrounds the team. Nobody ever told you that if you're a Cowboys fan, then you have to give a shit about who the owner is and who the GM is, or even who the coach is and the uh you know the coordinators are and stuff like that. You don't have to do that. Okay, if you watch the Cowboys, and if you're a fan of the Cowboys just because you like watching that, you know, those white jerseys and those blue jerseys and that silver helmet and the blue star on top, by all means, go ahead and do that. But the problem arises when you go on threads, when you go on comment sections, and you start telling people how to act, and you start telling the fans how to. I'm a casual. I'll say it, I'm a very very casual, uh, fair weather Mavericks fan and a casual fair weather Texas Rangers fan. When they're, I don't watch them regularly. When they're in the postseason, I'll watch. Um, but you don't see me telling those fan bases how to act, especially when it comes to the deep, complex issues like this dude was commenting on, like the fan base, you know, talking about, all this mess about Jerry Jones and finally talking shit about him and finally holding him accountable. And he's offended by that because, oh, well, it's, the you shouldn't you shouldn't let sports take up this much uh take up this much of your life or whatever. It's like, dude, you can be passionate. Okay, don't you can't be mad at these Cowboys fans just because sorry. You can't be mad at these Cowboys fans just because they're conscious of what's happening. You can't be mad at them because they want to see better from their team. If you're not like that, then you don't have to be like that. You can watch from home and enjoy the game and be happy with yourself. But don't fucking go on waving your finger around acting like it's an invalid position for everybody else to, you know, have a problem with this team and how it's been being run over the last 28 fucking years. Hearing the boos at AT&T absolutely is today. It absolutely is. That that warmed my soul. That made me feel a little better today. Um, I appreciate it, Jacob. Um, I'm good though. I don't drink. Um, Plus, I have like a lot of school shit assignments I have to get done today too. Today, I just kind of want to cope on my own. That's just how I am. Um, for the most part today, I said hey to my family members and whatever, and I hugged them and I consoled them. But other than that, I just did my own thing. That's how I am. Um, but yeah, you you think talk about as bad of a day could possibly go. Um, with my grandmother passing away suddenly, with the Cowboys being the Cowboys, and the cherry on top of the cake, it being Jerry Jones's birthday. It being Jerry Jones's birthday. Man, that's about as bad a fucking day as it could possibly go. Um, but I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. Um, I gotta lock in because I have not eaten all fucking day. I'm gonna go ahead and lay y'all loose. Um, we have a bye week next week, I'm pretty sure, and then I'm not sure who we're facing after that. But this time away is needed. I'm just glad that my Mimi, my grandmother, was not, around to see this ass whooping. Um, I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate it. I know I didn't have to do this, but I just San Fran is next. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. uh, yeah. At least we won't lose next week. Yeah, I know I didn't have to come on here and do this, but I wanted to anyway. Um, just because. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys. I hope y'all have a good Sunday. I hope y'all have a good Sunday and a good week, aside from this bullshit. Um, cherish the loved ones that y'all have, and do what I did. I even as a teenager, like, I love hanging out with like old people. Um, so keep your loved ones close to you. Hang out with them as much as possible. And talk shit about Jerry Jones along the way for me, if you would please. Um, with that being said, I'll see you guys, if not next week, the week after. The semester is going to start getting a little crazy um, from here on out. Uh, as far as like the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, man, I, this is y'all's team. This is who y'all want to continue to support. I'm just saying, man. Them sell the team banners and them sell the team signs. Really, really not looking so bad now after a bullshit ass performance like that. Um, but yeah, with that being said, I appreciate y'all's time. I'll see you guys next week or the week after. In peace.